Hello, this is Cindy from Cinders Papercraft, and I thought I would bring you this cute little project. Now, this isn't coming out anywhere near as sweet as it is in real life, okay? And this is actually a workable stocking. It goes all the way, you can pop things all the way down, like so, all the way to the bottom. So you can actually fill it up. And that is from tip to top 5.5 inches, so it's very sweet. Now, I have done no stitching here whatsoever, so if you do not have a sewing machine, you'll still be able to do this. If you have a sewing machine or you have a needle and thread and you love stitching, give it a go. I do have a sewing machine and I do like sewing, so I don't have a problem with that, but not everyone has or likes sewing. So I done a no stitch cute little ornament. Now you can do these in any size, it doesn't need to be a big one. I've just chosen a big one because that is actually going to hold some goodies. So I went with the bigger one. You can go with any size at all. And just for you guys, I have brought out brand new plates. Brand new. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. The reality. My plates look... Let me just take this out of the way so you can get the clarity of my... Right, so I used to actually label mine A and B and rotate them, and now I just rotate them automatically. But look at the difference. And these still work perfectly. And just to show you, these are the last 4 plates. They don't warp. So I'm going to get rid of that because, yeah. Mine never warp because I take precautions, and I'm going to show you one of the precautions that you can take in everyday crafting that maybe you don't know. Probably do. But these are my old plates. But I'm going to have filming plates now. Right, so here we are. And oh, it's so fancy. Look at all these lovely new plates. Right, so here I just want to show you one way that will save you from messing up your plates. And I'm not going to use my good ones for that. Nuh-uh. I am going to use... Oops, sorry about that. One of my Mankey set. Now, I have seen people do this, and each time I want to tell them, right, so your ordinary square. Now, I want you to listen. I don't know if I can turn this up, I wish I could, but listen. Right, so what is happening is, that's why I use my grid paper so I can line it up, in case you were wondering. You are putting all the pressure onto one straight edge, and that will massively put pressure on, and then it will hop up, and then it will go along, and then there's a big drop because of the pressure. It doesn't give you the most sharp die cuts, but if you listen, and because it has put that on, it will then start to bend your warp your plates. Now if you angle it that way or even that way, now listen, no extra pressure at all. And I'll go back through again, which again is a no-no. Don't ever do this without changing your plate round. Nothing. Because what is happening is your two, what do you call them? Your two metal rods are coming up to a much smaller point, and then it will start to spread the weight easier rather than coming straight up to this really, really big straight line. So you don't need to do that, but as long as you can make sure that there is a point, and again, I'm going to show you, just listen to, and I'll show you the effort it takes. Let me move that up because then you can see my hands. Right, so once again, and this is only a very small die, so you can imagine what, I have a lot of background dies that are literally the size of cards. It's awful. Right, so there, and I'm not exaggerating, there. Now I'm going to just angle it there and watch my hands. So there you are. That is how you should always try to die cut things. Give it as small a point as possible. Now on some things you are not going to be able to do that, but do try. It really does make a difference. Right, now get my push plates, and I am going to use the same die. If I ever do projects and I have overs, I usually keep them in the box there. So I'm going to have that one. I'm just going to show you the main bit rather than all the decorations, because you don't need to sit through a whole video with me just doing the basics, because you're intelligent people. Right, so this is your everyday felt. There is nothing special about this whatsoever. I got this, well, you'll be able to get this off of Amazon, or I think I got mine from Papercraft. So you will put that face down. See, that is going to be a much thinner point than any other place. So run them through. Right, so there we are. Now because of that shape, it's going to come down with a bit of a thud. So you are going to need to do 2 of them, which I should have got one bit ready. But as usual, I think I've got it all together, and something comes up and surprises me. And we are just going to cut another one, and it cuts exactly like paper, if not a bit easier, to be honest. But it is rather staticky. Look, never mind. They're my filming plates. And then we are going to use the white, and I'm only going to do one side of this. It doesn't matter what shape you have. It doesn't matter what shape you have at all. Stars would look nice, snowmen. And now if you're thinking, well, I don't have a die machine, you can simply print off a stocking from on the internet, and then you will be able to use it as a template and cut it out and do it that way. Right, so even puts the stitching in, but again I'm only going to do one side. And there's something else I need to tell you about your plates as well, which actually is quite shocking. Right, let's get that out of the way. Right, good old-fashioned Aldi baby wipes. Now, when you go to die cut metallic paper, you should always lay vellum over the top, or a piece of copier paper, printer paper. But you should also do this, and I might have washed these so it might not come up properly, but look how dirty your plates actually are, because we're all cutting out different card. And trust me, my plates are no different to yours, except for I use mine all the time. Look, and you're probably thinking, oh, you've got really dirty plates. Go, if you use them as much as I do, go clean them. You'll be shocked. See, give them a clean once in a while. As I say, I use my plates every single day. Every single day. As soon as I get home from work, I am making projects. I love crafting. It's the best painkiller. Right, so I'm just going to cut that. You can see the score mark there. Might not come across on the camera, but you can see it here. Right, so as you know, I have my health issues, and I am on the strongest painkillers there are going. I got a little bit of tinsel on that, and a little bit of dog hair. How was there dog hair? Yes, so, but I think this is the best painkiller in the world while I'm doing it. Now, here is how you do know so. You don't, like I say, you can print off any shape. Go on the internet, type in star or stocking, and then go to images, and there'll be print offs. All you do is you'll put that down, cut that out, and put it onto your fabric, and then trim round it. It's super easy. Now, you should use a thinner tape than what I am going to do, but we are using this. It's so easy. But this time I am going to remember to attach that. So all as you are going to do, and yes, it really is this simple, and everyone would be, if you're not a good sewer, or you're not known to your work colleagues for sewing, they are going to be thrilled to bits at the effort you've put in, which of course they should be. So you're just going to shape it around. And if I do find that my plates have warped, they so very rarely do, but if they do, there is a way to get them unwarped. Sorry. I can show you how to do that. I don't know how much people know. Perhaps this wasn't the best day to do this, because this is not difficult, people, I promise. This is the fact that the nerves in my spine are being compressed, and it's Doesn't make my hands work any better. They ache like mad anyway, and they swell up, but this keeps them nice and supple. And I won't be the only person in the world that has shaky hands. Right, so I had to pick the most difficult tape going. In fact, I'm so tempted to go and get another one to show you it's not difficult. It's my lack of unstickability. And if you ever hear me breathing into the microphone and think that I'm a bit of a sex pest with the heavy breathing, I'm gonna have to get that thingy. It's not, it's just that I could try to get as close as I can to the microphone when I'm filming so that people can hear me, because some people say I've got a very quiet voice. Now my husband won't agree with you. It's every time I film. Every time I film. If it's not clear wire or thingy, do you know what? I'm going to take these off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some proper tape that isn't going to mess around and I can peel off. So my normal tape that I use comes off like a dream, but stupidly that is in my other crafting room, and I thought, well, that tape shouldn't give me any problems. It looks like it's nice and new. Yeah, it's nice and new because I can't get into it. Right, so I'm sorry if you find shaky hands annoying, but there's not a lot I can do about that, unfortunately. This is so thin, but bless its little heart, I will be unpicking this anyway. It's not going to stick over that horrible paper, is it? Right, there we are. I'm going to leave that bit on, otherwise I'll be here forever and you'll get really fed up with me. So I'm going to stick that on there. Now I am also going to take the precaution of adding another bit just over the top. And I'm just going to pop that over there. Like so. See, comes off fine. I love red liner tape. Right, now let's see if I can do that. Yes, and you are just going to stick that down and give it a darn good rub, and then we are going to do the same with that, but we are only going to put it down the two sides here, and we're going to put a bit at the top and bottom where we think it's going to be. Now you can use glue for this. I would say you need to put on a big puddle of glue. Now I use an adhesive that is very, very strong, and it dries with a matte finish, so you can't see if you if you put too much glue on, when it's dry you can't see it. And I used to use the glitter art glue, which was from America, because I used to have such great reports on how good it was. But it just got so silly having that shipped over, and it was just too expensive. So I went over to Cosmic Shimmer Glue. Really? And I think that that has exactly the same properties of the other one. It certainly seems to. Now you won't be rushing when you do this. And the stitch is there. So, and now this one. This one I probably will use some glue, I think. But like the other one, it's in my other room. So I will have to use this red tape. But like I said, to be honest, I'm not going to put this on completely because I'm going to unstick it. Oh, do you know, I do love crafting, but I do so get frustrated with myself at times. Right, so be mindful that the stitching is on the outside. I think I done this one right, but I'm not sure about the other one. Now, can anyone tell me how I get a black dog hair? I don't have any black haired dogs. And my hair is probably, well, it is blonde, but it's going grey. And it's probably, it's really, 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 really long. So I know it's not that. Yeah. So we are going to line that up there. That is right, isn't it? That way, you dafty. You dafty. And we are just going to put that. You will need to put on more. But like I said, I will be undoing this as soon as I'm off camera and redoing it properly. So there you go. Now to make this a little more authentic, now you can use, I don't know if I use this one. Let me test it on a piece of, yeah, I did use that one. Which one's better? Well, a lot of people have these, which is just the Uniball white or the Stampin' Chalk marker. They both look like they give good results. So all you're going to do is go in and put some faux stitch lines on. Now I am going to do some stars and different designs because these will be absolutely gorgeous on the Christmas tree. And I can give them out to my friends and colleagues at Christmas. Right, yep, that one. And then we're just going to put some faux stitch lines around there. I know that there are some stitch lines on there already, but we just want to highlight them. So there you are. What do you think? Quick and easy, and you don't have to have any skills on sewing. Because I do so many different crafts, I love working with clay, I love stitching, I love quilting, I love quilting, drawing, card making, all of them. It doesn't mean everyone else does, so I have to remember that. So what I done with the other one was I used, now you don't have to have this stamp set. If you do like it, you can certainly order it. It's a great set to have. I've probably used the die cuts more than the stamp set because it's got this in as a pillow. It's gorgeous. So I die cut that in yellow. My bell I done in yellow, and then I used the two different size of holly leaves which I put in, and then this gorgeous snowflake. So What do you think? Now, considering I didn't do this properly, because you only need to see the basic bit, but once it's decorated, it's absolutely gorgeous. And I did wonder whether it would actually stay stuck, and it does. And you can pop things in. Absolutely gorgeous. I love them. I hope you do too, and I hope you give any of the die cuts you have a go. You can do circles and put little faces on them, snowmen, anything like that, stars. Give it a go. They're absolutely wonderful. Right, I will say goodbye for now. I hope you enjoyed this very quick tutorial and the tip about the embossing, the die plates for the die machine. Ooh, you don't have to do such a long tail. I think I was having a moment when I cut that. Right, so very simple, very quick project, and I really hope you like it. That's the finished one, and I think it looks gorgeous. Right, I will say goodbye for now, and I will be doing more filming tomorrow, and that will be a continuation of my card series. Right, thank you very much, and goodbye for now. Thank you for spending some of your day with me. Bye bye.